I think there's two things to say about the mainstream media. I don't want to slag them off too much, they give me a lot of work, but on the other hand, I think part of the problem is the influence of social media. There's one specific influence of social media in that lots of the television programs, radio programs are seeking to get gotcha moments to be clipped on Twitter. I mean, that's just like their modus operandi now. Pin the politician, get them to say the bad thing, put it on Twitter. What that means is you often spend 5 minutes listening to an incredibly dull conversation on the Today programme or on Newsnight or on Channel 4, wherever it is, where you're just waiting for the gotcha moment and it often doesn't happen. So like there's countless times where I've sat listening to the morning radio, hearing someone ask a politician the same question, you know, not going to get the answer out of it. It's like a poor man's Paxman and it just doesn't work. And it's really, really boring. And it is really frustrating because then you do end up wanting to go on Twitter and saying, what the fucking hell are you doing? What talk about the news? And the other side of it is that I have had countless experiences in green rooms and back rooms before and after shows where people kind of forget that you are not part of the mix of things. You're not part of the media establishment. And so they start talking about politics. And what's really interesting is they often talk about how utterly boring, oh God, we have to talk about Brexit again. Oh God, we have to talk about this again. And what they don't realise is that for many people, on Leave and Remain side, this is actually a very exciting moment in politics because things seem to be up in the air. And if you had a sensible sense of the news producers being able to galvanise on that, you could do something really interesting with this. You could actually really engage an audience. You could actually, you've got a political space in which people want to talk about things. So use that. But I think they're still stuck in this notion of what they want is just for the current political mess to go away so they can get back to doing, the kind of things that you saw in the thick of it, launching a policy, talking about it, doing all these sort of mundane things. They want to go back to business as usual. That's politicians and the media establishment. They just don't want to deal with the current fray. And that's coming across as either very dull or very febrile exchanges. And I don't think any of us come out any better off from either watching or being part of it.